what's going on, guys? It is me, Parksy here, your coach of the Armagh Armaldos, bringing back to Smasher today here for DGBA Season 5, Week number 4. It has been a minute since I have been recording, but today we're going to be going against none other than my good friend Has. Well, I consider him as a friend anyway. I don't know his personal views, but if you guys do enjoy the video at any given moment, please do leave a like and comment down below. As always, on the topic of commenting, the question of the day today is, what is your favourite sword stance users? We're going to be going against Has, who seems to have an addiction to sword stance because 4 of his mons, I believe, get sword stance. Darkrai gets sword stance, which is severely underrated, and you can even ask Jerem why sword stance Darkrai is nothing to laugh about. It was one of the first things I actually noticed when I picked it up in Season 3. I was like, hey, this thing's got a good attack stat, and it gets sword stance, because obviously you're not allowed to use sleep moves, and Nasty Paw with Darkrai in this league. We'll get to that in a second. It also has Landorus, Monferno, and Scolipede as sword stancers, which are also very scary threats. So has got a YouTube channel before anyone calls me out being like, why didn't you link him in the description? But he doesn't upload on it, so I felt like it wouldn't be it wouldn't really be any benefit if you guys go check out his channel, since he doesn't have any videos up. But if you do want to go check out his channel, you can go to the DGBA channel, and then you can go under the coaches, and he should be on the sidebar there. Or else you can go onto his interview, because I did do an interview with him, so that's also something else. But we are now going to be going through his team. If you guys do not know, I went against Has a few months ago in the SDL it was, and this is how it went. He swept me. So of course we are looking for revenge against Has, but if we don't get revenge, I won't be too upset, because he is a phenomenal battler. But at the very least, like what happened with JP, oops, sorry, I hit my microphone, but at the very least what I want to do is at least lower the differential between our last battle, because I got like 5-0'd or 4-0'd by him last time, and that was not a very good record. I'm hoping to show they've improved a lot since my SDL days, even though I think I have a lower actually no, I have the same differential as did in the SDL, but my SDL game I started off 1-0, whereas this season I went 0-2 to start off my first 2 weeks, which aren't exactly the best. But let's go through his team. So Landorus is a Z user, a bit weird why he has Landorus is a Z user, maybe not Scolipede. I would kind of value Scolipede a little bit more than Landorus, but Landorus, I'm predicting it to be a sword stancing Flying Z variant, just because it does break through the entirety of my team, barring Aerodactyl. But hey, what's an Aerodactyl gonna do to a Landorus? Not very much, especially with the Intimidate, off which this Pokemon gets, cutting my attack by 1 stage. So that's gonna make Hitmonlee and Aerodactyl and Physical Victini and Aggron a little bit less useful in the game. So next up we got Mega Lopunny. Mega Lopunny is known mostly as a one-trick pony in traffic format, usually running the same 3 or 4 moves. However, Has used it very well. I remember it was against Hughes. He actually used a skill swap Lopunny, because we don't have our first turn. We don't have the first turn Mega, so he skill swap Limber with the Pixelate. So then Sylveon was firing off regular high voices, and then he managed to win the game from then on. So that was kind of cool that he brought that. But generally, you're going to be seeing it probably with Return, and then either Dream Punch or High Jump Kick, then Power Up Punch, and then maybe something like Substitute, or I guess if you have Skill Swap. But I also think that Toxic and Encore are also very nice moves in this Pokemon, it could also, yeah, it could make a little bit of sense to run Toxic. Could also make a bit of sense to run Ice Punch if he wants to go for those freeze hacks, which I don't blame him because I've been frozen the past 2 weeks. I've been frozen, so I mean, I mean, it's very likely he'll probably try and go for a third freeze if he managed to get it. He would probably get, or if he went for it, he probably would have managed to get it. I don't know. I'm stumbling over my words. I haven't recorded like almost 3 weeks, so I'm sorry. Next up is Clefable, can run either Unaware or Magic Guard. It gives him another Stealth Rocker alongside Slander Stern. This Pokemon is a great fairy type Pokemon. I would have picked it up if I did not need Mega Aggron, because obviously Mike would have sniped me, but the Cosmic Power set is what's scaring me mostly, because especially defensive Cosmic Power, Clefable at +2, Spadef does not get 2 AQ by Nidoking, so that can be a little bit scary. Next up he's got the Darkrai, and this Pokemon outspeeds the entirety of my team barring Aerodactyl, so that's kind of scary. Also, it can run, of course, as I previously Sword Stance, but I can run Calm Mind also, and it's very scary Pokemon for my team to switch into. But the thing that he has to consider is that if he is a physical Darkrai, he's going to struggle breaking through my Aggron. If he's a special Darkrai, he's going to struggle breaking through my Togekiss, so that's just something he has to take into consideration. Next up is Scolipede, and Scolipede I don't really expect to bring to him to bring to this matchup. Of course he can bring maybe a Spike Sleet, or else a Sword Stance 3 attacks, or a Protect 3 attacks, Life Orb, right into Scolipede. But I don't know, I feel like something like Clefable, like maybe Bronzong and Seismitoad might be a bit better. I haven't seen, I did I think 3 mocks and it didn't come to any of the mocks, so hopefully it doesn't come, because it's quite scary versus my team, but it really cannot break through Mega Aggron. That's the important thing, and I don't think that that's why any of my mock battlers brought it versus me. Also, as we're talking about mocks, I've got a new front office member, Online Orphan, so if you want to check out his YouTube channel, it will be in the description, as well as Genghis, and also shout outs to Mike, JP, and also Gengar for helping me out with this team. You guys are much appreciated. Next up we have got Serena. Serena I've been actually using a new, if you've seen Pokemon, actually featured one of my Mega Beedrill teams, which I'm very thankful for, because it was kind of awesome to see him using my team and actually use it well, because I actually misplayed quite a few times in on ladder. I know, me misplaying. That's so unbelievable. But Serena, of course, got the Queen Majesty, so it means it can block Hitmonlee's Mock Punch, it can block my Big Teeny's V-Create, or it can block any punches from my Nidoking Galvantula. I think that might be my only sucker punches. I think we have 2, but it also hits very hard. The base 120 attack stat, the access to Trop Kick, lowering my attack stat by 1 stage. So he's really out for my attack stat, this guy. Next up is Bronzong. Bronzong is a Pokemon that gets picked up every single draft league, and why? Because its typing is so perfect. Is only weak to Dark and Ghost confirmed, because it does get the ability to Levitate, and he proved basically like cancelling out its weaknesses to Fire and Ground. It also has another Stealth Rock setter, and it's actually quite diverse. You can run it with like Trick Room, and it can be quite scary. Trick Room weakness policy, I think, is what Wolfie ran in the GBA, so that can be quite scary. But next up is Rotom. Rotom is a little defogging nightmare for my team, however cannot break through Hydreigon with his dual stabs, and Hydreigon, especially offensive Hydreigon, does not mind getting burnt. Don't mind me, I'm just going to lift up my microphone a little bit, but it does give him a defogger, and also a Pokemon that can switch into a Hitmonlee High Jump Kick, which, barring a Clefable, I don't think he has any other responses. Well, maybe Landorus, but Landorus doesn't really, Landorus takes like about 30%, I'd like to imagine, but a good spin blocker, so that can be quite nice for him trying to counter my Blastoise and my Hitmonlee. Next, besides him, to another Stealth Rock setter with only 1 weakness to Grass, and that can easily patched up well with Rindo Berry. I do expect Seismitoad to come, just because my Grass type team isn't exactly the most offensive, and it's quite slow, so if it comes down to it, you can always set up Stealth Rocks and then just die to like a Giga Drain. He's got Drampa, which is his other Z user because he actually read the rules. I'll keep on making that joke for as long as I play in the DGBA Season 5 and Season 6 if I forget about the rule again, I guess. But Drampa is a Pokemon that can break through quite a lot of my team, which is kind of scary, so I'm definitely going to have to bring my proper responses to it. Just the fact that he gets Dragon and Normal Stab as well as other things like Thunderbolt and Fire Blast can also be very scary. It does also get the ability Sap, Slipper, Lightning Expand, Moongus, Spore, useless. Uh, I think that's only the main grass type move that he really has to fear. I guess he could fear Victini Energy Ball, but that would be for the Seismitoad, and it doesn't really want to catch Glaciate. And finally is Monferno. Monferno is his fifth Stealth Rock set. Oh my goodness, you got Spikes, Dr. Spikes, and 5 Stealth Rock setters. This guy. So Monferno's got an interesting matchup because it can break through a lot of my team, but it's very easy revenge killed, obviously, because it is BCE speed stat. A lot of my Pokemon can come in, and because of its frail, because of its typing, it's quite frail, and just because of its stats alone, it is quite frail. So that's something they can always run a Focus Sash lead set. Stealth Rocks. But without further ado, let's get into the team I decided to bring against him. Okay, so this isn't actually the team I decided to bring against him, but this was just a folder consisting of ideas that I think it was, what was it called? Mostly rejected DGBA ideas, and these are all for Has, all these sets that I was gonna bring but just didn't really work out versus him. So we'll go into the team in just a second. I have to obviously skip this because Mike's team is here and I don't want him seeing it. The first Pokemon I decided to bring against Has is a Curse Mega Aggron. Now this Pokemon is very nice because with the Curse up and with this Pokemon having full special defense out the ding, it means that it can barely be 2KO'd by any Pokemon on his team. No Pokemon on his team OHKO's met without any boost, and quite a lot of Pokemon just cannot break through Mega Aggron, and Mox's Pokemon did very well. The only thing is that when I do go for the rest, Darkrai often came in, and it's actually kind of funny because Bad Dreams took 12.5% off me, so that's kind of unfortunate. But with a Curse up, Landers should be able to KO me. And I can easily just set up on a lot of his Pokemon, on like Seismitoad, on Bronzong, on Rotom, things that he thinks that my Aggron cannot touch. Things that he thinks Aggron cannot touch, and that he's going to feel safe keeping it against my Aggron to potentially burn or just get off chip damage. It's going to be very nice. But next up, are you kidding me? Next up, we have got a Choice Scarf Victini. I could have actually just clicked work offline. Hey, I'm complicated. So we got a Choice Scarf Victini with Glaciate, Blue Flare, Psychic, and U-Turn, hoping this Pokemon will do a lot of work for his team. We have got enough speed so that we can outspeed a Mega Lopunny. So that can be very nice. So we've just basically got enough coverage so that we can break through his team, barring the Seismitoad. But we have gotten a very nice response to Seismitoad here in the form of Amoonguss with the Assault Vest. Now originally I wanted to run Rocky Helmet Amoonguss basically because he has Lopunny obviously, and Rocky Helmet will prevent the Lopunny for power up punching versus my Amoonguss safely because it will be taking that 16% from Rocky Helmet. But then Jing has told me about this set and I decided why not. A bit weird not to be running Spore versus this team, but he can be running things. I mean, he can send in Serena. He has got Sipper, Crampa, and also something that I thought that he might be bringing was a safety goggles Bronzong, so that could also be quite scary. We've got Clear Smog, Foul Play, Giga Dream, Sludge Bomb. You guys know what these are basically for. Anything maybe not Foul Play, which is for the Sculpey if it tries to set up on that Amoonguss. We do definitely live a Mega Horn from the Scorpion, so if it tries to set up Sword Stance on us, then we will be Foul Playing it and hopefully OHKOing it. Next up, we've got Zen, the Life Orb Nidoking. Now, he has to fear this thing being Choice Scarf because it very well can be. We've got 3 attacks and Stealth Rocks, obviously, because our Mega Aggron is running a Curse set and there's no room for Stealth Rocks, but this coverage here should be able to break through the entirety of his team, minus a Levitating Bronzong. But if he is a Levitating Bronzong, that'll be nice because think Victini can definitely come in on that. And we have got a Rocky Helmet Togekiss, of course. If I'm not going to have Rocky Helmet on the Amoonguss, I might as well have the Togekiss because it does take on the Lopunny very well. I can also take a hit from Darkrai and Air Slash, so that's going to be very nice as well. I think, yeah, okay, I was gonna say, oh yeah, Jeremiah. He didn't really bring the best response to Kiss in our game, so I could really just air slash down his team, and I'm hoping that Haz takes a little bit of a leaf out of Jeremiah's mistakes and actually brings a response to Rocky Helmet Togekiss and Choice Band Victini, obviously. So we got the Reflect just in case he does try power punching on my Togekiss for whatever reason. Then we actually set up a Reflect and take hits better. We can also 1v1 the Landorus with a Reflect, and we can start air slashing that boy. And finally we got Sprocket, the Assault Vessel Limber Hitmonlee, because he has got a few Pokemon that can paralyze me, like the Rotom and the Clefable. If I am so ballsy as to switch it in on Clefable, maybe going for a Thunder Wave. But we've got the Mach Punch Stone Edge knockoff, just Combat Stone Edge, obviously making it so that a Scolipede cannot set up on me, and it's just my hardest hitting move against the Landorus. We've got Mach Punch, which does about 70% to a Lopunny, and also the Darkrai, so that's going to be very nice. And the Assault Vest is just basically so that we have to switch into not only Darkrai but also to the Trampa, which will allow us to shoot one Specs Hyper Voice from a Trampa, so that's going to be very nice. But without further ado, let's get into this battle. Okay guys, so we're here, and one of the most important things, I mean, I totally guessed this team wrong, by the way. I got like 3 of it right, but I got these 3 right, and then the other 3 were completely wrong. But one thing to note, that we did not bring any Cosmic Powering Spadef Feels. That's going to be very nice. I mean, I did bring all 4 of my fairy switch-ins with me, so it might have seemed like I overcrapped a little bit for Clefable, but honestly that was the Pokemon I was most scared of on this team. But he does bring Drampa, Scolipede and the Rotom, so looking at this team, I didn't really know what to expect. The Landorus was, I was thinking the Landorus might be more defensive then to be a Stealth Rocker, because otherwise we wouldn't have any Stealth Rocks. Rotom probably is carrying default for his team, because I have a Webs team. You need to bring hazard removal. The Drampa of course came, which I'm a little bit scared of, but of course I got my Hitmonlee in the back for it as well, and if it is locked into Hyper Voice, I can also send in my Aggron. But I was actually watching Jeremiah's video, and he obviously doesn't probably know about the replays, but it always makes the replay on the side of the person who won. So I was watching this video, and he was saying, okay, how do I switch sides here? And I'm there like face palming, like, Jeremiah, you're making it seem people now know that you lost the battle and I won. But I love my boy Jeremiah, of course. I love everyone in the DGBA. But without further ado, let's get into this. So I decided to go a lead off with my Victini, as he leads off with his Scolipede. Victini was matched up the best against his team. I can really just do anything. I can turn the Darkrai if needs be. As I decide to go for the Blue Flare here, as it turns out to be a Sash Scolipede, and automatically here I'm like, crap, this thing is a Endeavor Spike set. Instantly from that Focus Sash, I knew it. I was hoping for a burn, but unfortunately not. He sets up a Spike, and now I know that to select something off to Endeavor essentially, so that's going to be very bad. Would have been nice if I got a burn there, because it doesn't mean that I have to sack off anything. But I knew that I lived an Earthquake from this Scolipede from full, so that's why I went for the Blue Flare, if you guys were wondering potentially why I stayed in there. But unfortunately we do show also that we are a Choice Scarf variant of Victini, which can be a little bit scary for later on in the game, if we're trying to, I don't know, like trying to scare out something the Landorus, and if he doesn't know that we're actually locked into Psychic or whatever. But unfortunately would sack off something to the Scolipede, and the thing is here that it's either, okay, so I was looking at my Pokemon, it's either I leave Victini in, bring it down to 1% HP, and hope to remove these hazards, which doesn't really seem like the best idea, because Victini is a win con in this game. It can beat his entire team if I can get it in the right moments. So I was looking through my Pokemon, it's like Aggron doesn't really, like, I could bring all my Pokemon down to 1% and then get knocked out by the Poison Jab with a Mega Horn, but then and then revenge kill with Hitmonlee because it's got priority. But then I was fearing him going out into Rotom, and then that makes another 50-50 whether I go for the knockoff or go for a Mug Punch. And if I get the prediction wrong, if I go for the knockoff with the Scolipede and he goes for an Endeavor, then my Hitmonlee is down to 1% as well, so essentially I've sacked off 2 Pokemon. So I decided to go for the smart play, in my personal opinion, and I decided to go out into Togekiss because this Pokemon will get knocked out by the Rocky Helmet. So I'm going to lose one of my Lopunny switch-ins, which is kind of unfortunate, kind of wishing now they did bring double Rocky Helmet for the Lopunny, but as you're going to see later on in the game, the Sylvester is actually going to be the Sylvester is actually going to be a lot more crucial than I first thought. Sorry about that. So he goes out into Rotom, and I'm like, okay, so it's probably going to be a bit more of a bulkier Rotom if he both switches in like his switch initiative. But he goes to the Hidden Power, so he shows he's got Hidden Power. I switches obvious because I have a Nidoking. I mean, did you really need to bring a Hidden Power Ice? I'm pretty sure Stab Shadow Ball did the same thing. I'm trying to think if there was anything that HP Ice did versus my team. But anyway, yeah, just send out my Nidoking here, just fire off 2 Ice Beams in there that knocks out the Rotom, whereas his HP Ice will not be able to do enough damage to cure my Nidoking, so I chew that up very nicely as I can fire off another Ice Beam. And he has to fear me being Choice Scarf here, so knock out this Pokemon. And he has no switch-ins to an Ice Beam, essentially. Landorus gets OHKO'd, Trampa takes a huge amount of damage, and I'm pretty sure if he's in Assault Vest, he'll still take about 40%. Lopunny takes a huge chunk, and so does Darkrai, and he doesn't know that if I'm Scarf or not. So he goes out into the Lopunny. I maybe would have. I mean, I don't know. I might have went out into Darkrai. I don't really see Darkrai's usefulness, especially considering I have got a Hitmonlee in the team. But he does decide to go into Lopunny, so I just decided to sack off my Nidoking here, unfortunately. I guess he realized it wasn't Scarf, but just realized that the damage on Lopunny didn't matter, which it does because it puts it in range of Mach Punch. So he knocks out my Nidoking. Crit does not matter with the return. For once, hacks do not matter against me, I know. For once I'm not complaining about hacks. But I go out into my Amoonguss here as I decide to go out for the Sludge Bomb, as he makes a very nice play. If I would have went for the Spore there, he goes for the Substitute, but unfortunately I am an Assault Vest Amoonguss. Well, unfortunately for him, good for me, because I would have lost the game probably if I did Spore there. So thank you, Jingus, for giving me an Assault Vest Amoonguss so that I did not misplay. So I just fire off Sludge Bombs, as I'm going to get a little bit of hacks here, and then I'm going to go for get a little bit of poison. From this damage I realize that he is most likely going to be a Choice Spec Drampa. So because he isn't bulk invested, so we take Drampa down a lot, so I decide to go out into my main response to Drampa, which is my Hitmonlee. As I decide to fire off a Fire Blast here. We shoot that up very nice because we are on a Assault Vest Hitmonlee with the crazy speed stats. I'm pretty sure it's like 115 or something is that the Hitmonlee's got. I'm probably really wrong because yeah, but I go into Hitmonlee here, so I decide to go double out into my Victini, who is the Fire Blast. Great, I chew it up and I get a free Glaciate off. If you switch out into the Landorus, great, I get a free Glaciate off. So no matter what happened here, I got a free Glaciate off, as he is going to go out into the Mega Lopunny, and this Glaciate damage is going to allow me to 100% put this Mega Lopunny into range of my Hitmonlee Mach Punch. So that's going to be very nice, as I am going to go switch out into the Aggron, predicting him to go for the return here, as I jump kick doesn't really make much sense, and return knocks out my Hitmonlee. It hit 3 out of the 4 of my mons, and I wasn't really expecting him to pull an X-Luke. So I go for the Mega Evolution of my Mega Aggron, knowing that I can live any one hit, as he decides to go for the Substitute here. Probably expecting me to go for the Stealth Rocks and the Toxic here, so I'm just here to fire off Heavy Slams. Unfortunately, I cannot set up a Curse, because if he does set up a Substitute, and then he goes for 2 out jump kicks, then he will beat me. So he decides to go for a Substitute, but one more time, hoping that maybe I set Stealth Rocks yet again on the Switch, or if I go for my Curse or any other thing. But no, I go for the Heavy Slam here, as he is just going to go sack up to make a lot of my Final High Jump Kick. Would have been nice for him to miss, but of course it would be mean to wish hacks upon another person. So I'm going to knock out the Mega Lob, and he has for one, probably the only moment in my life I'm actually winning versus Has, which I'm actually in a winning situation versus Has, which it's crazy because I never would have expected to just go for the bulk up with his Landorus, which is going to be a very scary. I did not expect him to bring a bulk up Landorus, but this does mean that once my Victini comes out, it gets off another Glaciate. So at the most, this thing is going to be getting a kill right now. It's on the field, so he's going to go for the Earthquake. Of course, as he has that +1, he will be doing 50%. So unfortunately, I do not sleep talk into my into Curse or Heavy Slam, which both would have been nice, but hey, that makes up for the justice of me poisoning the Drampa. So he is going to go knock out my Mega Icon here, so I'm going to be able to revenge kill with my Victini. I'm going to be able to get a Glaciate off. I could either go for that, or I could go for the U-turn, but this Landorus is such a threat, I have to just hit what's in front of me. I know a lot of people have made the same mistake of not hitting what's in front of it, so he does go out into the Drampa, so he decided for a Glaciate. So well done me for predicting what is in front of me, as this Drampa will be going down to Glaciate plus the Toxic. So go on Mungus. No, it wasn't a Mungus. Yes, it was a Mungus, sorry. I was thinking back to last game where I was like, oh yeah, I got Toxic on the Mungus, and I was like, wait, no, the Mungus doesn't have Toxic, it's the Sylvester, that's really like, and then I realized, oh yeah, it's Sludgewall. So he goes out into the Darkrai here, as I do have to go out into my Hitmonlee as he reveals the Pursuit. And that is some really cool tech. I have to give it to Has for Pursuit. I did not expect that, and he does knock out my Victini. So all I have to hope now, I really should have went Hitmonlee there, but I was scared that it would give Landorus a free switch, and so he is going to go into the Darkrai. He is going to go for a taunt. He really, I guess, over predicted for Spore in this match. I guess I should say, with the Drampa, with substitute for Drampa, with substitutes Mega Lopunny, and with taunt Darkrai. But hey, Mungus is one of the scariest Pokemon in the game that gets Spore, so I really cannot judge him for really trying to respect the fact that Spore is such a scary move versus him. So I appreciate the fact he's respecting the Spore on a Mungus. And finally, he's going to go out into the as he's going to go out into the Landorus, and I'm like, oh crap, this is the Flying EMZ Landorus. I think I've lost this game. So out comes the Landorus here, as I'm by this stage I'm hoping that he's a bit more of a bulkier variant with bulk up, and I was convinced that he was Flying EMZ because it just did so much work versus my team. So I was like, okay, I have to sack this thing off, and I have to hopefully get a Stone Edge crit with Hitmonlee, which I don't know. I was just hoping, but he actually fires off a Grounding EMZ, which I don't think would have mattered anyway. I think Grounding EMZ would have knocked out my Amoonguss. If not, it probably would have knocked me out with Earthquake, despite the Giga Drain recovery they would have been getting. So GG to Has, I'm glad that I managed to play you again. Not only that, but I managed to shorten my loss from a 5 or 4-0, something like that, to a narrow 1-0. So it was a very good game, and I can't wait to play against Has. Playing against Has is always fun. As I said, me and him are good friends. We've done a lot through our time together on Pokemon. Like we've recorded a lot of videos, so I'm not upset that he beat me. In fact, I'm really happy because I don't like. I would honestly say that I was looking more forward to uploading this game than me versus Jeremiah. Also, you guys are probably wondering why this video is actually up so late, and I'll get back to Jeremiah thing in a second. But you might be wondering why this video is up so late. Basically because Has had uni work, I've got my GCSEs. When you mix them two together, you're not gonna get a lot of time. So we had to do it like Monday, Tuesday, something. So I had to do last week was really busy for me. I had to do French rules, I had to do a drugs talk on the camera. Then also on Friday, what else? Friday I had to do a English speaking exam, which was moderated, so that was kind of scary. And then I've had to do like careers talk and like other stuff. But enough about that. You guys probably don't really care. But back to what I was saying. I enjoy uploading. Like even if I lost, this was a far more enjoyable game to upload than like me versus Jeremiah. And I say that not because Jeremiah played bad, but just because I won by a bit of a bigger amount. Obviously that's not his fault. He played superbly. The amount of doubles he made was crazy, but just the team matchup. And it's what, like if I 6-0 someone, like I think it was Infernium that I 6-0'd in the PBA, like that was just as like okay, fine, I'll have to upload this video as it was to upload my 6-0 loss against Luke. And that's why that's why especially versus Requez, I actually live recorded my battle versus him. If you guys don't know, the battle versus me and Request, you have not lived with that. You guys better check out that video. It's a 1 hour hype video, but I'll let you guys check it out now. But if not, then I might as well say so. Screamer, go check out that video if you don't get spoiled. But anyway, so he 1-0'd me, which. It was a very narrow 1-0. I mean, he beat me ironically with a Megalophony. And it was like, I don't know, it was like a 40-50% Megalophony. It was such a close game. Actually, I don't even think it was 40%. I think it was like 20% Megalophony. It was such a close game. And that video I was like, okay, I have to upload this battle because it was such a good battle. And that's just what I felt against my battle with Haz. It's like, okay, this is an amazing battle. I have to really get this battle up as soon as possible. Which, again, sorry, but I had English GCSE to do. I had my careers talk, and I'm also preparing for my drama GCSE. So I've had a bit of work to do. Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday I was away helping out at the food bank, so I could do that. And then Friday finally is the day that I'm actually recording this. But also my battle versus Hughes, I couldn't wait to upload because one, it's me versus Hughes, it's the rematch that you guys have all been waiting for, and number two, it was again such a close battle. It came down to a 20% exit drill. Again, disclaimer, you should have watched the video before watching this one, obviously. Well, thanks guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. All feedback is appreciated, as you catch me with a burp mid-sentence, which is really great. All feedback is appreciated, and if you guys do want to go answer that question of the day, feel free to. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.